reason your life feels meaningless is because you give it no meaning. What do I mean by this? See, in order to have meaning, you have to have a purpose. Without a purpose, you have no meaning in life. So you have nothing to look forward to. And in order to find it, you're gonna have to move. So that means getting up and doing stuff. So that means getting off your couch, doing different things, do things that challenge you. But sitting at home, doing nothing is not going to change anything. And when you start searching for your purpose, when you start moving, that's where you're gonna find the fulfillment. Because now you have a direction to go, and that direction is forward. Since you're making progress, you're gonna feel a certain amount of emotions. You're gonna be more energized, you're gonna be more resilient, you're gonna be a lot happier, and you're gonna be very, very productive. There's nothing on earth that will distract you once you find your purpose, because that's the only thing that brings you joy and fulfillment. And anything outside of it won't matter to you. But the real question is how? How do you find your purpose in life? Well, it's quite simple. You must apply these 3 things. So the first one, you're gonna have to try and you're gonna have to experiment every single thing. So the only way to experiment is by going out there and trying every single thing, regardless of how you feel, because people don't want to step out of their comfort zone. You have to realize this. You have to put your feelings aside. Because if you don't put your feelings aside and you listen to all your fears and all your worries, guess what? You're not gonna do shit. So then you wanna explore your core values. So in other words, ask yourself, what do I like doing? Is it possibly helping animals, helping humans? Maybe you like teaching? I want you to do this. I need you to grab a piece of paper, slam it on the table. Get a pen, right? Get the pen ready. First thing you wanna do is to clarify your values. So write down 3 to 5 values. And then you wanna define what each value means to you. And then you connect these values to your purpose. And then when you pinpoint your top values, you narrow your focus, and that's what you want. So now it's gonna make it so much easier for you to choose exactly what you wanna do. Now the third one, you want to pay attention to what makes you feel alive and observe every single thing, even the small things, because these things can leave small clues. And each clue will get you a step closer to your purpose. And who's good at solving clues? Detectives. And guess what? You're gonna have to be a detective for a while until you figure this out. You best believe I'm gonna be Inspector Gadget, because there's nothing that's gonna hold me back from figuring this out. Because if you truly want it, you'll do whatever it takes. So I gave you the layout. I gave you exactly what you need to do. So you got 2 choices. You either fucking do it or you cry and complain. So if you wanna cry or complain and you think that life is meaningless, let's take a field trip. Let's take a field trip to St. Jude and let's go talk to one of those cancer kids. And let's see if you have the balls to tell them that life is meaningless. I guarantee you 100%, I guarantee you my house, I guarantee you everything, that he wouldn't think twice of trading places with you. Sometimes you gotta self-analyze, right? You have to ask yourself, am I just being a pussy? Why am I acting this way? Why am I being so emotional? And do what's necessary to fix that. Because if you don't fix it, you're fucked. You're not gonna get ahead. As long as you continue to look and as long as you continue to experiment and try new things, you will eventually find your purpose. As long as you don't quit. This applies to all ages, whether you're 18 to 60 years old. So here's some piece of advice. You should find your purpose and you should find your calling before jumping into any type of relationship. The reason I say that is because your frame will never be broken and you can never truly be controlled. And as a man, your frame is very important. You don't want to be controlled by your emotions. For example, you don't want to end up like Will Smith. That is what you will become if you don't have a frame. See, from an evolutionary perspective, a masculine frame signals a man's ability to protect and provide, therefore enhancing survival and reproductive skills. It is a framework that guides a man's actions. So here are 4 traits of a masculine frame. You're gonna want responsibility. Responsibility is very important. If you don't have responsibility, you're not gonna get anywhere. You want ambition. Ambition is very important. If you're not ambitious about anything in life, I'm sorry to tell you, women don't find guys with any ambition attractive. You're gonna want leadership. You don't want the blind leading the blind. Having leadership and knowing where you're going is very attractive and it signals that you're intelligent. Maturity. If you don't have maturity, then you're truly fucked, because nobody respects someone that's not mature. Not any man, not any woman. It's very important that you're mature. So we've discussed finding your purpose. So in order to have meaning in life, you have to have a purpose in life. So if you have no purpose, you have no meaning. So find your purpose first. And after you find your purpose, then build your frame. You mash those two together and you become totally unstoppable. So the rest is up to you. Now that you have been provided the information, now it's your responsibility to do the rest.